Hi, boys and girls. We're going to do the handwriting lesson today for the letter A. And we did this on Zoom on, my days mixed up here, on Wednesday. We did some handwriting on Wednesday on Zoom, but you're doing that on the wipe-off boards. And it's just a little bit harder on paper when you're using a pencil. When you write them big on the wipe-off boards, it's easy. You can erase them right away. So I want to do a lesson to go with that. And not everybody comes to the Zoom meetings. Most of you do, which I'm super happy about. But just in case somebody missed the handwriting lesson, we are going to do it together, okay? So I drew the colored lines on the board. So I drew blue for the sky, red for the fence, and green for the grass. Okay, so we got the sky, this is the ground, and then the dotted line is the fence. Okay, and then the same thing down here. So then it just makes it easier when I'm telling you where to start the letters. I'm gonna come really close. Then the top is the sky. So the A, we're gonna start up in the sky. I'm gonna make myself a dot. Now on your paper, you have dots already. You don't have to worry about that. Now it's not a straight line, is it? It's slanted. So I'm gonna slant down to the left. Okay, a slanted line's like you're going down the slide. All right, now I hop back into the top and I slant down to the right. And then this is really important. We're gonna cross it, but we're gonna cross it right in the middle on the fence. Okay, make another good one and then I'll make some bad ones so that you can see what not to do, okay? I'm kind of in a little awkward position, but let me do this, okay? Slant to the left, jump back up, slant to the right, and then a straight line in the middle. That got a little crooked, but that's because I'm hanging on to the board there. Okay, I like both of those. Now, here's what not to do, okay? Please don't start with a slanted line and then make one slanted and one straight. That's not too bad, but see how it looks like it's kind of falling over? They both need to be slanted, or else it's gonna look like one side is tipping. See, it's more like it's like you're gonna make a triangle. Watch, I'll do that down here. It's like you're gonna make a triangle, but you don't put the line on the bottom, right? It goes in the middle. Okay, and then please don't do this. I saw some kids do this. Okay, tell me what's wrong with this one. Huh, it looks like a mountain, doesn't it? Okay, what's wrong with it? It's supposed to be pointy on the top like this, and that one's round on the top. That means, did you guys see where I started? I did not start from the top. I started from the bottom. I started from down here, and if you do that, then it will be harder to get it pointy at the top. You need to start at the top. I'll make one more good one. Slant. Uh-oh, it's just in a funny spot here. I'm gonna try going on the other side of the camera, the tripod. All right, slant down to the left, jump back up, slant down to the right. Now, don't cross it too high. Don't cross it too low. Cross it right in the middle. I think you're going to do those really, really good, boys and girls, because you did them really good with me on Zoom. All right, lowercase a. Make sure you start in the middle. Now I'm going to start with a magic C. Okay. You know what? I'm going to open these shade just a tiny bit and see what happens if I let a little more light in. I found that the natural light works a lot better. But, oh, well, okay, it's good enough. I think you guys can see. All right, start on the dot, right on the middle line. I'm gonna start with a magic C. I'm gonna touch the middle down to the bottom, okay? Then I can do two ways. I can either lift up my marker after I have my C and then go from up here to here, or I can make my magic C, continue, go all the way up, back up to the dot and straight down. This is the way I usually do it, but this is the way Jack Hartman did it on the video. And either way is fine because look, they both look really good. But here's what you should not do. I don't want you to start here and go like this. What's wrong with that one? It's too small, isn't it? It was supposed to touch the ground and that one did not touch the ground. Okay, what if you went like this? What's wrong with that one? Okay, I know some kids are going to say that looks like a P. It actually looks like a Q because P would go here. The line would go here. This would look like a Q with a little, Q either has a little curl on it or like a little check on it, okay? So we don't want to do that one. I'm going to put an X on that one, an X on that one. These two both get stars. And then here's something, make sure you don't do this, okay? Make sure you don't start on the dot and then go up first. because look, that one's floating up in the sky. Oops, gotta see that. We don't want them floating up in the sky. So I'll make one more good one. Make sure you start in the middle. Okay, make a magic C, close it up, and straight down. Okay, we're gonna walk over here to the table where I have the handwriting page all set up. Let me move this down. I've learned I can't touch the camera while I'm doing this because it shuts the phone off. Okay, I'm gonna have to do it over again. All right, so I set up a little spot on my desk, and I showed you guys these yesterday when we did a phonics page, but I'll just show you real quick. We've got the alligator and the ant and the anchor and a astronaut and a apple. Those were our picture word cards that we get from Nat Geo. And so what I did is, if we were in the classroom, I would make a big giant poster, even bigger than this. I'd be using a great big notebook, and I'd have kids raise their hand and give me words that start with A. So what I did is, on this side, I put the words that start with a short A sound. And those are the words that say axe, alligator, apple, astronaut, alphabet. Okay, you hear alligator. Now on this side, I put the words that start with a long A sound, like acorn, and ape, and apron, and April. Okay, so I'm gonna set this over here so we can take a peek at it when we're doing our word page. Right now we're gonna do the handwriting. So that's the red folder. You guys are really doing a good job at finding all your papers. I'm really glad I bought these folders because I was going to just fold a piece of construction paper in half, but they would never have stayed in there, huh? So here's all the ones that I've done. Look at all those letters we've done. All right, there's my C and my N, my T, my P, my S, my M. So we're on A. And these we were very careful to put these in the right order. I actually checked. I double checked before those went in there, so hopefully they are good. All right, first thing we do is always the same. Get out our pencil and write your name. I've got my pencil. Okay, I'm gonna write Mrs. J here, and I'm gonna do a whole row of capital A's. Now you can trace this one here. That's there. I know this is a little sideways, but I think that's all right. All right, you can trace these three, even though they're not dotted. You can still trace them just to get the hang of it. Then when you're over here, you look at your samples. You look at the three that are already done, and hopefully you watched my lesson. You slant to the left, slant to the right, jump back up, and put a straight line in the middle. I'm just gonna do a few, and then I'll hold them up. You can tell me if you think they're good. Okay, you like my A's? I like my A's. So when you check, you can check yourself. Do they touch the top? Do they touch the bottom? Do they touch the middle? Capital A touches the top, the middle, and the bottom. So if you ended up making one like this, like that, okay, that does not touch the top or the bottom. So then those I would like you to erase. We're not looking for, I don't want them, parents, I don't want them to be such perfectionists that they want to erase every single one if it's not perfect. But if it's really out of the lines, or, you know, backwards, sideways, upside down, then yes, they should fix it. Okay, I will do more of those later. Right now I'm going to jump down to the lowercase, make my magic C, close it up and down. I'm going to make a few, and then I'm going to show you. Okay, so I want you to tell me if mine look like these. If mine look like the samples, then I know I did a good job. Okay, remember, we're not going to put a tail on the A. See, we're not going to put the little scoopy tail there. Okay, it just comes straight down. Don't go under the line, or it's going to look like a Q. Okay, don't go above the line, or it's going to look like it's floating up in the sky. All right, I'll finish those later. So now, on this page, now that we're so good at making A's, I want you to write 3 words. Now, you can write apple if you want, but it's already there. So I'm going to look at my poster, and I'm going to choose something else. I think one of them I'm going to write, I'm going to do axe. It's very easy. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to put, you know what? I knew I had a little bit of room. I'm going to have to make them really small, but I'm going to add Addison, Abigail, and Abby. I'm going to add all 3 girls down here. I'll have to make them teeny tiny. Sorry about that, girls. I forgot. And I was thinking of some other things that started with A, and I've got your names. Okay, I'm going to start. So if you guys want to write your own names, Abigail, you can draw a picture of yourself, right? Abby, you can draw a picture of yourself. So can Addison. I am going to do an axe because it's super easy. An axe needs a handle, and then it has a sharp blade. I use an axe to chop down a tree. Maybe Johnny Appleseed used an axe to chop down some trees so he could clear the land and plant his apple trees. Now, it's so easy to write. It's just a, and then x, x, a, x. So if you want to choose the easy one, that's easy, isn't it? Like I said, apple's already there. How about maybe I'll make the alligator. So what I did is I made two big eyeballs up here, and then I made some sharp teeth. The mouth is open so we can see the sharp teeth. And then I don't have enough room here, so I'll do this. I'll put the tail going up. And around. See, I didn't leave myself enough room there. Alligator. So alligator is a long word, but I can start it way over here. A, l, o, I, g, little g, alligator, a, t, or. Okay, now or is kind of hard. I'll just show you. Alligator, O-R. All right, Mommy and Daddy can help you spell. And then I'm going to choose one more. I could choose a short A or a long A. I think I'm going to do the alphabet, the ABCs. So I might not have time to write them all, but A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I'll add some more later. Alpha, that sounds like an F, but it's tricky, P-H, alphabet. Now, you don't have to do the ones that I did, and you might think of some other words that aren't there. You could put an acorn there. You could draw an ape. You could draw an astronaut. You could draw the month of April. Okay, I'm going to color this, and then I'll post that on the assignment page, and I'll include the picture. All right, nice job.